Yeah, the search intensifies out here on the levee. Family and friends and even some city leaders have been out here since early this morning, praying that the kids will soon be brought home. Out on the murky waters under the Crescent City Connection, divers head out into the deep for day 3 of the search for the missing children.
We are seeking that their remains will be found so they're closer to the family. This is our prayer.
Boats, local dive teams, sonar equipment are all being used to help find 14-year-old Brandy Wilson, her 8-year-old sister Allie Wilson, and their friend who has now been identified as 15-year-old Kevin Poole.
It does not surprise me at all that he went in to save the girls. Not at all. That was in his nature to always be giving. He was always a smiling child, young man rather, and just full of life.
Kevin was a student and football player at L.B. Landry High School. He was also a part of the Native Plant Academy. Dr. Angela Chalk was his teacher there.
My staff and I, we've cried the entire weekend to think that their bodies have succumbed to the very river that we were studying is overwhelming.
Dr. Chalk says Kevin's opportunities were endless.
Kevin had options to become a coastal manager, environmental steward, to become a part of the Wildlife and Fisheries Service of the U.S. Forestry Service.
Family members believe they were playing along the river when Brandy slipped into the water. The others went after her to help and were swept under the water as well. Bishop W.L.T. Littleton says the children play an important role in the community and they won't give up hope.
These children, they were precious children. They were an example that our community needs to emulate. They never got in any type of trouble.
Earlier in the day, Councilman Freddie King and Councilman Oliver Thomas took a visit with families to lend support.
Whether it's human tragedy like this or some of the violence that's happening, as a spiritual person, we're being commanded to do a better job.
The whole situation is devastating, and I just want the family to know that I'm here to pray with them, just to sit down with them, to say nothing, just to be here.
Agony sets in for friends and family members as they fear that the chances of finding them are growing slimmer by the day, but at the very least, they're hoping to find their bodies and bring them home. Algiers Charter Association released a statement today saying, in part, we are completely heartbroken but remain committed to supporting their families and lifting them up with prayers and love during this unimaginably difficult time. Live in Algiers, Tristan Land, Eyewitness News.